So what's up? How we doing today? We are going to take a look at 3 licks from 3 different shows by Jerry on Fire in the Mountain. And rather than me tell you which shows they're going to be, I want you to see if you can guess which ones they are. So I'm going to try playing along with the backing track, each one, and they're all quick. So I'm going to do a couple times through each one and see if you can guess. And then I'll tell you afterwards which one it is and we'll break down what's going on. Let's check out the first one, see if you can figure out which one it is. So this one is taken from Dick's Picks Volume 18. I forget the exact date of it, but let's just dive right into it. So first off, we're playing around B mixolydian, and the whole song is just B and A, right? So this lick starts off right here going. So it starts off with an E and then going to that flat third, and then then we get faster here. Right, so the whole time it's just all in B mixolydian, right? And we just got patterns going. He's using his Mutron, if that's how you say it. I don't even know how you say it right. But a lot of people have the Qtron, the envelope filter, to mimic that. I don't actually have one. As much as I love that sound, it's not a sound that I really want for myself, so I just use my regular old wall. But actually, from now, it's probably easier to just turn it off to be a little more clear with what I'm playing for you. But yeah, so he's got this pattern, just going up and down. It's not just like going up and down, just constantly at the same pattern over and over. It's he's kind of going, and then right here, it's kind of outlining that chord. That B right there. And that, climbing up, you're repeating it. And then at that top point, right back down the scale, and then breaking that so it's not always like that, what you might expect. And then a big leap over here. This is the tricky spot. This is where it goes real fast. And that was just a quick little snippet, that lick. Of course, there's so many cool little things he does on every version, but it would take forever to transcribe out the whole thing. But more importantly, I find it useful to take little bits of that's something you hear you like, really get it under your fingers. That's how you make use of it and make it part of your own playing. You can kind of incorporate it into making your own sound. So we're not just trying to sound just like them, but we're taking some elements and kind of molding it into our own sound. So with that in mind, let's listen to another lick that we can incorporate into our playing and see if you can guess which show it's from. So this one's from Radio City 1031 1980, and it's a really cool one because it's just way up here, right? So we got just way at our max here. We're going. So really cool that this is what I'm saying all the time, is you don't need a lot of notes to say a lot. most people need a lot less. They're saying they're trying to say too much, and in the end, not really saying anything. So Jerry's just up here, really just these two frets, right? 2 strings, so 4 notes, but he's bending up to some notes, and still, even overall though, it's still not a lot of different notes. You're talking about what, this one, bending up to that one, and bending up a whole step at that point there. So you're talking about 6 notes, just this one little spot, and saying, so much, and a lot of, repetition too. So it's not all different. Oh, sorry, and this note here too. So 7 notes. So he's up there in the 5th of B, right? So just like the last one, that 5th, and you're going. So I'll just back and forth, and then instead of just playing that note, playing it bent up first, and it's like he's really just doing that all to just that end part of that, release it down. Really, unique thing, Jerry, that a lot of players don't do that. They would be more likely just, just play that note, or bend up to it instead of playing up bent, pre-bent to get the release sound, so bending the other way. So little tiny detail there that gives Jerry more his unique sound. So anyways, you got all that, and then up here, bending up a whole step, so that would note would be up there, right? And it sounds real soulful of that. That's it. So this is a really good one if you want to work on that pre-bend kind of approach, but also if you're not as familiar with playing really high up in the neck. That's why I picked this one. This is one that's just going to really make you more comfortable. So really, if it's something that you like, that one, drill it in and really, really, get it to be part of your own playing. Get it in your fingers so you don't have to think about it at all. So let's check out the last one. Here's number 3, and see again if you can guess which show this one is from. So before we get into this last lick here, I just got to mention that if you're looking for more info on Fire on the Mountain, the Dead's approach, I have a course called Dissecting the Dead, when this one's for Fire on the Mountain, and we go through not only Jerry's approach, looking at the parts that he had and his improv approach, but the same thing for Bob and Phil, and we even got a little bonus thing with the drums as well, with the drummer that I have playing on my tracks, him breaking down what's going on and his approach to the playing the tune. We also have the multi-track waves if you want to download that stuff and mix down your own thing. If you want to do the bass, mute down the keyboards. We also have backing tracks made for each part for bass, rhythm, and lead, and all the PDFs, so you can download that stuff. You can even get the app, and it's all right there in your phone. So check it out. I'll put a link in the description down below and at the end of the video, but check it out for a little more info, and hopefully it's something you're looking for. So let's check out this last one. This is from the big one, Cornell, 77. Let's see, this is a little different. So we're playing chords now, right? So this is the typical way Jerry would end a big solo. This is how he actually ended the solo here, the whole jam. It's like 15-minute one, right? So he's playing this, and he's playing just the middle 2 strings, right? And it's part of this chord right here, just that B shape. And then the A, or it's technically the A shape thing with the cage system. So here's B, A, just playing these 2. has that third one on there, so it's a full triad. And then he plays in between. And then he's playing this, which is really just like the top part of that chord. So now it's got a note higher up, so it makes it sound a little more intense. And then down the same thing, just moving it down 2 frets for that A. And then back to this same one here. One in between, but now going down. And then this spot's really cool because he's going down. The same thing, a triad was B, but down low. And the whole time, get this, you know, I mentioned that really fast, like tremolo picking, right? And he's going. And that is from that. Which is the type of thing that in the course Dissecting the Dead, we break down that and all the other little riffs and licks Jerry does. But that is just taking a little piece from that little intro thing from the studio version, which I think live he did it not always, but would sometimes do it. But it's one of my favorite things. That really cool chord melody thing. So he's just playing that gist of it, right? So it's not the whole thing. It's just like the framework, but you can kind of hear it in there, and that's how he ends it. So he doesn't just end with some random thing. He ends with a distinct or touching upon a distinct part of the song, which is, I think, always a great way to bring it back home so it doesn't sound like it just randomly ends. And that's it. So those are the 3 licks. Hope you like those. And if you want to try it out with the backing track, I've got that. I'll put that in the description down below, but I'll put a link over here to more info on the course if that's something that might be a good fit for you. So check it out, and I'll see you in one of the next videos.